baby. What's up guys, this is David and today is a very special day because today my new song is coming out. It is called New Story. It's out now, available anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, iTunes, all the other platforms. Make sure you check it out, I would greatly appreciate it. It is a collaboration between me and a good friend of mine called Ynnox. He did the vocals on it and did a really good job. And today I will show you how I did it and hopefully you will enjoy and learn something along the way. This wonderful song sounds like this. It all started with this little piano riff right here. Yeah, super funky, rhythmically and catchy and danceable, and also quite jazzy when it comes to the harmonics, so that makes it sound just a little bit more sophisticated, I would say, compared to just using normal major and minor chords, which, yeah, was the idea for this riff and was the basis for the whole song. For sound design, I used here the infamous Korg M1 house piano, so if you like house music, you like this piano, probably, because it's very classic and it sounds like this. There's only one problem with this particular sound. It's actually in mono, which is not great, so that's one of the reasons why I always want to layer my M1 house piano sound with other sounds. So what I did here is, first of all, I used the Ozone 6 imager to make the M1 sound stereo itself. If I turn that off, it sounds completely mono, as you can hear. And then comes... And then I also layered this piano sound with two more piano sounds. I took one piano from Nexus. And one piano sound from Contact 5 called The Giant. Altogether it sounds like this. Next up, I got in touch with my friend Ynnox and asked him if he has some top lines I could maybe use for our collaboration together. And he sent me this.
I've been dreaming about the way my life could be. I'm behind the wheel for good. And no matter what they say, I carefully listen to my gut. I used to live like I was told, never tried a little bold, always ended up.
I just layered it with my piano riff and it immediately worked very nicely.
I've been dreaming about the way my life could be. I'm behind the wheel for good. And no matter what they say, I carefully.
And this was the basis of the song. And from there, I started to develop a drop. And in this case, the drop is mostly defined by the bass line. I show you why, because this drop even works with just the kick and the bass line itself. Right? It does work. Even though, of course, I added many other things, but the basic idea, just the kick and the bass, already work quite nicely as a musical idea, which is a good sign that overall it's probably working. So the bass line, of course, is the main part. And I layered a few different sounds here. First sound is this one. And as you can see, I automated the cutoff quite heavily. You can see it here in this macro, and that gives it, I feel, somehow a very organic, natural feel, because every single note sounds a bit different to the one before, because this cutoff is always on a different position. As you can see here, it also modulates the sustain and release of every individual note. The second bass layer sounds like this. Very nice in stereo and gives it a little bit of a square digital type sound, which is, I think, really cool here. And works very nicely together with the other sound. Let's listen to them together. And then, of course, we have a sub bass here. That's a very simple patch, and it sounds like this. Let's look at the patch quickly. Yeah, it's just a filtered sine wave and probably a bunch of distortion on it, as you would usually do. Then I also layered on top of these bass sounds, I layered a type of lead sound. And what this lead does is it mimics the melody of the bass, but it's 7 semitones up, meaning it's a fifth away from the bass. And it gives it that cool fifth sound. Also here a little stab. Ooh, that's nice. I made that, wow. Together with the bass, just lead elements sound like this. For the drums here in this drop, I kept it quite simple. Ooh. Very nice, very nice, very nice. One interesting part here is that I automated the reverb here for the clap. So I have here an audio effect rack, and if you can see here, there's this chain here where I automate the volume of the chain. And this brings in reverb for this clap every now and then. Listen to it. Helps the groove a little bit. It's kind of cool. Other than that, here in the drop, I bring in the second part some really cool vocal chops that I emphasized with the manipulator plugin that is kind of acting as a vocoder type plugin. Works really cool in context. A few effects, but nothing too crazy. Oh, one thing I forgot is this very first bass hit. I really like it. Very simple. I learned this trick from Mo Falk. It's just the Icon Has Kick wavetable. That's it. That's really it. You find it on the digital Icon Has Kick. Put it on. You find a good wavetable position here. Very useful. Thank you, Mo Falk, for this nice little tip. Okay, let's look at the build-up also really quickly. First of all, I bring a bass in here. That's technically not the build-up yet, but still important. So I have a little bass that is playing under the chords. Lots of drums. And the piano. it's really cool. The groove is cool, man. Then the build-up starts, and what I really love about this build-up is the bass that is starting here, because it's so fat. Oh, it's fat. It's from Diva. Some things Diva is really best at. Typical drums in a build-up, you know. Swing, very important. One more really cool thing I would like to show you in this project is what happens in the second verse. Because I have here some pad type chords playing in the background that are just sick. Sound like this. Especially how they come in, I think is also great.
I've been dreaming about the way my life could be. I'm behind the wheel for good. And no matter what they say, I carefully listen to my gut.
Why is my CPU just dying now? Yeah, I think these are the more interesting and cool and important things about this song. And yeah, I'm really happy that it's finally out now. And always a real thrill for me to release my own music, but always happy when it happens, and it happened this time. So it's out now on Spotify and everywhere else. Make sure you listen to it on there. I would greatly appreciate it. It would help me a lot in finding more people that maybe like my music, and yeah, that would be great. So before we have a final listen to the song, or at least a part of it, I wanted to say thank you. Super happy that I am able to do this, and special shout out to Ynnox for providing these really cool vocals to me, and hopefully we can work on something together really soon in the future. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you soon on this channel or on my Instagram or on Spotify. Until then, have a good day. See you soon. Bye.